Throughout the years, Siskin staff members have been privileged to look into the eyes of countless patients and watch helplessness turn into triumph, defeat into success, and the fear of I can't turn into the spirit of I can, working together as a team to encourage, help, and celebrate a life that will flourish far beyond disability. From a young age, Mike Wilson felt compelled to give back to his country. While in high school, Mike was a volunteer firefighter until he joined the Navy at the age of 17, where he served for 13 years. Mike and his wife Cindy were enjoying life with their 2 children and 8 grandchildren when he went to Vanderbilt Hospital for what was supposed to be routine surgery to correct a disc that had slipped out of place. Routine quickly turned into devastation as Cindy got the news Mike was paralyzed from the chest down.
And I had no movements, no functions, nothing from the chest down.
It shocked me beyond belief. In fact, I passed out cold on the floor. So when I came to, I realized again what was happening. My heart, my mind could not wrap around it.
Mike spent 2 days in the ICU at Vanderbilt Hospital. His doctors were eager to start him on his road to recovery, and Siskin Hospital was there, ready to help.
Actually, my doctor is the one that recommended coming down here. They were trying to get me closer to home, and I had no idea, who to go to or where to go to, and so he said he would really like to send me to Siskin Hospital. Well, the nursing staff, as soon as I got here, they were right in the room. I had never had a moment's doubt about what things were going to be. They immediately took over. They had me calm down and working well with me.
I can't lie, I was scared to death. I thought, where do we go from here? How do we proceed? All these things in my mind and no answers. I remember he said he felt at ease after the nurses came in, so I felt really good about it. I had a calmness that come over me then at that moment, and I thought, dear Lord, I know that we're in the right place and this is what's going to happen.
Mike quickly began to show improvement with daily therapy and celebrated small successes by pushing hard to do even more.
My right foot started moving at the ankle just a little bit. I think that was all the encouragement that I needed from Ben, because once I sat up there and moved that, he started pushing harder and harder and harder as far as knowing that we're going to get somewhere.
When I first saw him, I didn't see us walking out of this building as a realistic goal, but Mike's mindset of being that hard-working mentality and knowing that this wasn't going to keep him down, just seeing him not just surprise his family members, but surprise his nurses, his therapists, his doctors. I mean, it was kind of sending you chills down your back.
Well, he was a spinal cord injury, and he couldn't feel his legs at all. And I remember coming in one day after I'd been off a couple of days, and he was like, Shay, he wiggled his toe. And from then on, that was his encouragement to push harder and try more.
The staff at Siskin Hospital realizes it's important to prepare family members for their caregiving role. Mike's therapists and nurses equipped Cindy with the tools she needed to succeed in this role when Mike returned home.
They included me in a lot of the therapy. Now, I want you to stand beside and maybe, push the wheelchair, or you need to walk beside us right now.
One of the big goals we had was for him to get in and out of the car, because this was something that he'd take for granted before coming here to therapy. So just getting them comfortable with using a slide board, getting comfortable using a wheelchair. And not only was his family there to help him with the physical aspect, but also just being there for the emotional aspect. And they were very great with that, just being Mike's biggest cheerleaders along with us.
His family came up here to visit him all the time to keep him, encouraged and supportive. Well, just showing her, the small things, just as simple as taking the legs off his wheelchair, helping him, showing him, the slider board and different things he had to do. And then she came a pro at it. She was like, "Move, Shay, I got it." So, like I say, we just all worked together to get him where he is today.
I was afraid I wasn't going to be up to par. I had never cared for anybody that was paralyzed in any shape, form, or fashion. The paralyzed portion of this was scaring me to death. And I took these concerns to the nursing staff and the doctors, who said, "Okay, it's going to be okay. we're not going to send you home and you're not going to know what to do." And you're going to be a part of it, and you're going to know what to do, and you're going to be confident when you leave here. And then the more they talked to me, the more I calmed down. So that then the day that we were being dismissed, it was so exciting because we're walking out the door, and I was like, "We're going to make it, and it's going to happen, and we're going to be okay."
My goals, when I told Dr. E, and he'd tell you that, I told him, I said, "You roll me in here, but I'm walking out." Which I guess today that was probably the greatest achievement that I think I could have ever made, because we started out with nothing and we walked out the door.
After leaving Siskin Hospital as an inpatient, Mike continued his recovery with outpatient therapy. In November, he attended a Veterans Day program at Heritage High School to see his grandson play in the school band, and he astonished his family when he stood up on his own for the first time in 5 months.
And I'm a veteran, and we were sitting there, and they all looked at me when the national anthem came up. Well, from what they did here for me, I stood up. And then they called your service branch up, and mine was Navy, and when they started playing the song, I got up again. And the nifty part about that was I did it on my own. And that was not something that was supposed to happen. It was really a touching moment, but the moment was there because of what we did here. And to be able to stand up for the Navy was probably the greatest thing that I got to do.
It's amazing the progress we've made just with therapy from Siskin's Hospital. I can't say it enough. Excuse me. They've been fantastic.